Hi everybody, it's Vikeejeah, and I am here to do a foundation first impression. So, I don't know if you guys know this, but I currently use Lancome's Nude Miracle, and I love it. I use the number 500, and it's very lightweight. It's great for oily skin. It finishes matte, and it gives great coverage without a lot of product. And so I'm going to be, I've been using it for like 3 months, and I thought, okay, well, let me try something different just to try it. And so I've noticed that there are a few new foundations out there from Nars and Dior and Armani. So I was thinking, okay, I'll try these out because they're high-end products. I want to see if they kind of live up to or measure up to Lancome, which is also high-end. I wouldn't say it's a luxury necessarily, but it is high-end. It's $42 for the foundation, and that foundation lasts, well, I've had mine for 3 months and I still have it. So it lasts for a while. Now I have 2 samples today. I couldn't get the Armani one because it's fairly new, so it's not available in every Sephora. The only Sephora that was near me that had it, had the full collection, was in Boston. I live in Fall River, which is closer to Rhode Island, so it would have taken me anywhere from like 45 minutes to an hour depending on traffic to get to the Prudential Mall Sephora. For a sample, I don't think that it was worth the trip. So I'll meet you guys another day with the Giorgio Armani collection review. Anywho, here, thanks to the lovely VIB Rouge concierge that color matched me over the phone, so I didn't have to like hunt down these foundations at every Sephora in my area, I have in my possession 2 samples. One sample is from Dior. It's Dior's Nude Air in 50. And Nars is Macao. Macao is like the mid-range. So browns. What I'm going to be using to apply my foundation today is my number 61 brush. This is from Sephora's Pro collection. Let's see if you guys can see that. I love this brush with all that I am. My sincerest passion lies in this fluffy, densely packed brush. It's just amazeballs. And as you can see, I mean, it's clean, but I use it so much for my foundation that it's literally turned the foundation color. Even when I wash it, I just can't get it out. But anyway, I love this brush. I believe it was like 48 bucks or something like that. It was a pretty expensive brush. But a comparable foundation brush as far as finish is from Real Techniques. Let me see if the writing is still on it. I've had it for quite a while. This is the Expert Face Brush, and it was $17. So, and it's got this cute like flatness so that it holds straight up. I know you guys can't see, but so anywho, I'm going to be using this one today because I love it, and I'm going to wet my beauty blender just to, you know, if I need to finish it up. Before applying foundation, it's important to prime your face. So today I'm using a combination of 2 primers because I have them. I haven't really noticed a significant difference in using both versus using one. I will say this. This one is from Hourglass, and it's great. It's a mineral primer, and it's oil-free, and it has SPF in it. And this primer is sweat-proof. If you're a girl who likes to wear your makeup to the gym, this is the primer for you. Now, for color correction, I actually bought this a while ago because, you know, my skin is starting to clear up, but I had a really hard time with like the hyperpigmentation. I still have a little bit of it like here and here. But anywho, I use this as a color corrector just to even everything out. I use them in combination to serve both purposes. So, you know, there that is. I'm going to take a drop of each. That was kind of a rude drop. There we go. And so here. Okay. Mix that up and I'm gonna rub it all over my face. Get your forehead and here. Avoid your eyes. There's primer for your eyes separate from this. I have under eye primer and then I have eyeshadow primer. Anyway, there we go. All gone. And I'm going to start on one side of my face with the Nars Macao. I'm going to use it on this side. And then the Dior number 50. Now, as far as price, they're very close. They're very close in terms of price. The Dior, I want to say, is about $52, and this one is about $46, maybe. So I mean, it's not a huge difference. It just depends, you know, whichever one works for you, go for it. So I'm going to start with Nars. You know what? Now that I think about it, just to avoid having to clean the brush in between applications, I'm going to use one brush for one side of my face and the other for there. Okay, so. Go. I'm just going to use a little bit, and this is Nars, so I'm going to use it over here. And that's really all I'm going to need, I can tell. I could do my entire face with this. I'm just buffing it in. Now, I do have golden undertones, despite how the camera's lighting may be making me look. And this smells really nice. You guys won't even believe the foundation color I chose from Nars initially. I had this thing about automatically defaulting to the darkest shade in any color spectrum when it comes to foundation. Primarily because when I was younger, I could only afford to shop at the drugstore. And at the time, the makeup, the color spectrum was limited. It just was. And so I was the darkest shade. And now that I'm 30 and makeup has advanced quite a bit since then. Yeah, makeup has advanced quite a bit since then, and certain brands offer a wider range of skin tones. Nars is one of those brands. I'm in the middle of their color spectrum. There are at least 5 shades darker than me. So there's something to think about, ladies. And I will say, it's a little bit thicker formula than Lancome, but I actually really like the results. It gives really good coverage. It feels really nice, and it dries like satin. I would say this is a satin finish. It's definitely not matte. So there you have it. That's my side, one side of my face without the makeup at all. And here we are with the foundation. Okay, so now next is Dior's Nude Air in number 50. That's going to go on the side of my face, and I'm going to use the number 61 brush to take care of that. And you'll see why I use this brush in lieu of the other brush. It's so much quicker. This is a all over brush, I believe. Yeah, all over powder brush, but I use it as my foundation brush. I love the feel of it and the coverage. Okay. And I just want you guys to see, this one looks a little bit more like kind of red. So I think this actually might match me a little better than the Nars one. Okay. Just gonna get where I'm not getting. There we go. Okay. It smells amazing too. I do go all the way into my neck when I put my makeup on, just to help it blend in. I have a mirror right behind the camera here. So, I think I need a touch more in this area. The brush may have soaked it up a little. Ooh, geez, not that much. There we go. Yeah. And then just go down and see if it gets rid of that. Yep, it sure did. It's pretty awesome. This stuff smells so good. Oh my god. Like I live. Wow. Girl, what? This Dior. Man. I'm doing too much right now. Okay, so here we are. Nars. Dior. I gotta say, that extra $8 or so. That extra $8 or so is definitely worth it. I would say I have more hyperpigmentation on this cheek than I do on this cheek, so I am paying attention to that. It doesn't take as much to cover that up than it does. Like this, if I went over this one more time, let me go ahead and do it. If I went over the other side of my face where I have the problem with my skin, if I do that, all right. Just need a drop. And buff it out. And I'm gonna let it dry. So as I'm looking at my face, you can't immediately tell that there's an undertone difference, which is great. I'm looking and seeing, like, I get more of a yellow on this side, and I get more of a undertone match with the Dior. As far as like the finish goes, I want to just let that dry a little more. But as far as the finish, both feel amazing. They smell amazing. That's always nice. Perfume is not necessary in a foundation, but it does, it's nice when you're putting it on. And it blends right in. I really like it. I love it. Like, I am turned on, okay? I am in love with this side of my face. I think that if you have a budget, you know, I won't spend more than $50 on foundation. That's totally reasonable, by the way. I just want to say that. If that's where you're at, I like this Nars. This is awesome. It's very close. It's close enough for me to feel like I didn't need, you know, I don't need an extra foundation, you know, and I do use Nars's concealers, their new Radiance concealers. I use 3 of them to achieve my highlight. And actually one is my exact skin tone, and that's for actual concealing of dark spots and issues. And the other 2 are for highlighting. I use a brighter one like in my nose and chin, and then I use the second, like the middle ground between my skin tone and a highlight as my under eye one. It looks really dope too. But anywho, they kind of blend right into each other for the most part. I can really see it on my forehead that this side is more yellow. But I feel like the Dior number 50 is closer. It's like almost an exact match the way that the 500 from Lancome is. It is a full $10 more than my Lancome foundation. So this sucker would have to perform exceptionally well for me to say goodbye to Lancome and buy something that's $10 extra that does the same thing. Like, I wouldn't, if it performed exactly the same, I would not purchase it. But I will say it is a beautiful match, and this finish is beautiful. I want to call this a matte. I think this is a matte finish, and this is more of a satin finish. It's still shiny. So that's another reason that I'm leaning more towards the Dior. in terms of these two foundations. Now, as I said before, I am going to not purchase, but I am going to sample the Giorgio Armani collection. I saw that they have this absolutely gorgeous range of eyeshadows that are in they look like they're in a lip gloss tube. So they're like cream shadows. And I believe they dry to like a matte or satin finish, and they have some shimmer in there. And I was just like, oh my God, I have to try those. So I am going to pick up a couple of those, and I'm going to pick up the liquid lipstick and the standard lipstick. Tell me, you guys, I'm going to give you a link to Giorgio Armani collection on Sephora.com, and I want you to tell me which colors you would like for me to try. I'm going to pick up the foundation. I believe I'm number 10, according to the, and this color match, say what? Okay, concierge, I see you. If you are not VIB Rouge, by the way, you guys, I don't know what you're waiting on. It doesn't take that much money to become VIB Rouge in the scope of I shop at Sephora. You know, like, people, if you shop at Sephora, you have this idea already of what it's going to cost you to get what you need. You know, I would say my average receipt is somewhere around $100 when I go to Sephora. But you can certainly get out of there without spending that much money. I've done it. But there are also times where one gets carried away and leaves having spent nearly $500. But that is because, you know, the mood struck and it was available. I ain't gonna let no bills slip by over it. You know what I mean? But yeah, as this wears, you guys, you know, and it hasn't really been but a couple of minutes, but it's dry now. So I'm saying, like, I definitely am leaning more towards the Dior. The Dior is an exact match. That is freaking hot. Let me do the other side of my face. I'm just gonna glide over this Nars with a little Dior. But my primer, can we just talk about that real quick? I love the combination of the color correcting primer and the oil-free veil from Hourglass. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. All right, so I am going to off camera just you know what, I'm not even gonna do eyeshadow. I'm not even gonna do it because I want to show you guys a finished face a little quicker than that. My eyes always take the longest. So I'm going to maybe put just a touch of concealer on my eyes to get rid of like the darkness, and fill in my brow, do a little bit of cheek and lip, and show you guys what that looks like when it's all done. Okay guys, so this is the finished look with the Dior foundation. Ta-da! This is a very subtle and easy everyday face. This is like a 10 to 15 minute face, which is something that I almost never do. I will link you to everything that I used on my face, from the primer to the finishing spray. I will link all of that information in the description box if you want to achieve this exact look, which is really simple. I didn't even use eyeliner, you guys. I didn't use eyeshadow. All I did was even out my skin tone, add a little bit of blush, a touch of highlighter, lip gloss, mascara, filled in the brows. That's it. So this is the finished look. Ta-da! La la la! Everyday face. And yeah, I'm actually, if this wears well all day long, if this foundation wears this well, like looks like this for the majority of the day, I can seriously consider purchasing this $52, $53 foundation, because this result is really gorgeous. I'm turned on. No contour either, you guys. This is literally just like a little bit of radiance with the Hourglass highlighter, some blush, a very minimal blush, like you can just barely make it out. It's a very vibrant color though. I have to, like, I can't wait for you guys to see it. Anywho, just a little concealer on the eyes. That's how I got rid of like the darkness on my eyelids. And some mascara. That is it, y'all. Like I would really wear this kind of face as an everyday face. If you're someone who doesn't like to spend an hour or even a half an hour on your makeup, this is definitely like an effortless kind of thing, seemingly effortless kind of thing, where people will probably say to you, hey girl, you know, you look really healthy and awake today. Anywho, thank you for watching my video, and I hope that this was helpful in terms of picking out a high-end foundation. I will try to do more videos like this. Just thumbs up the video and comment and let me know if you want me to do any other makeup videos. If you want me to do something about eyebrows. I mean, I wouldn't call myself an eyebrow guru or anything, but I do, you know, I do a mean brow, if I do say so myself. If you want me to do any other videos, just let me know. Comment and let me know. All right, so that's it. Thanks for watching and have a great day.